Hi, this is Kathi Quinn with Floriani. Floriani is a division of R&K Distributing, and I want to welcome you to this week's Project of the Week. Well, I'm very excited today because I have been playing with our new program, Floriani Lettering Master, and I'm going to tell you it is a ball. I've been having such a great time. What this program does is it allows us to take any TrueType font, create our own keyboard lettering alphabet from it. We can create our own alphabets using one font, one letter from a font, using lowercase from another font. I can actually go in and create my whole alphabet myself if I so choose. So let's start looking at the basics of this program. I'm going to come in, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come right up here to create a new font. Now that I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and go to my Add Characters from a TrueType font. Now, what comes up is our character generation wizard. So it's very simple. I just have to go to Next. Now I'm going to go pick the font I want to create a TrueType font for. Now you can purchase fonts, you can download fonts free from Duff Fonts. There's all kinds of fonts out there. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to select one that I have purchased, and it's Magnolia Script. Now you can pick any one out of your TrueType fonts. Now that I have that, I'm going to go to Next. Now what I'm going to do is we need to select what characters we wish to do. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start right here. I'm going to left mouse click, and I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Holding my shift key, I'm going to go to the Z. So I've selected everything up. Now we know there are tons of characters in fonts. So we can select exactly what we need. If we're working in Spanish, we might want to click some of the lettering that's got what we need on them. Or if we're creating in some other language, you've got everything you need here to work with. Now I'm going to come up and I'm going to hold down my control key because I really don't want the percentage sign. Don't want the asterisks. I don't want the forward slash. Let's see. I don't want greater than and lesser than. I don't care about the colon or the semicolon. So I can deselect anything I don't want to go ahead and digitize. So you can see that I can come in here and do that. So now that I have selected those, I'm going to go to Next. Now I'm going to create embroidery segments. I'm going to go ahead and include the artwork, and I'm going to create my extends box. I'll tell you what that is as soon as I finish. Now what it's doing is it's going through and it's mapping these fonts. It's putting them in to a mapping program so that when I type on the keyboard, I get the fonts I want. So now that it's there, you're going to see it's going to come up. And this is what that extend box is, this blue box. So now I've gone through and there's everything I wanted. They all look good to me. In fact, there's a couple things I didn't want. I don't care about this, so I'm going to delete this character. I'm going to delete this character, and I'm going to delete this character. So see, you're not even locked in when we've selected already. If there's something I go back and I see something I don't particularly want, I can come in here and get rid of it. So we are good with all of this. Now, everything here is good. Now, if this was a monogram font, I would tell it it's monogram, so it would go into the monogram font. I'm good. I'm going to put that I'm the author of this. And now that I'm there, I'm happy with what I've got. So now I'm going to go to Save Font. Now it's going to come up and it's going to ask me, what do you want to save it as? Well, I'm going to save this as Magnolia Script KQ. And I'm going to save. So now it has turned this into an embroidery font. So if I went back to just lettering, just like normal, went to a new page, I go ahead and go to my text tool, click on, and this already comes with 75 fonts in it. So you can also work with lettering in here. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to type in Floriani. I'm going to come to all my fonts, drop down, and I'm going to go to Magnolia Script, KQ. Well, I can't tell. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to apply. So now there it is at Floriani. Now, of course, you've got all the same tools you've always had to come in here and change the spacing. Now I could change the width without changing the height. I could come in and go ahead and make this smile. I've still got all the control over an alphabet that I always had, but now I've used some of the fonts that you may have wanted to have all along and you don't have in your software. Well, now you can go get your TrueType font and you can create your own alphabet. Put it in here for keyboard lettering. How cool is this? Now, once we're here, we act just like we always have with fonts. Now, you do have in this program, you've got your round. We could have done a round text, and we've got monogramming in here. We'll be looking at this more on and off over the next few weeks. Now, just a little tip. If you purchase Lettering Master, it is a standalone program. It doesn't need any other program to run. However, if you already own Floriani Total Control and you purchase Lettering Master, it will automatically allow you, let me open my Floriani here. It will allow you to use this in your Floriani software. So again, I could come in here where I've got my text tool. I could come in and I can pick that same icon, create a new font. So when I do that, it's up, and again, I've got that same wizard, and I could go through the same way, and I could save this into my Floriani Total Control. So while you don't need to own Floriani Total Control, if you purchase Lettering Master and you already own Total Control, we've allowed it to come in here as an additional feature just to make it easier for you so it's all on one screen. If you're just looking for a great lettering program, well, let me tell you, Lettering Master is it. It comes with 70 of its own alphabets, and you can add all you wish. So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a wonderful week.